Louise Bedford here, your host of the Talking Trading podcast. This is how traders excel. Now, I have just had such lovely feedback about my new book, Investing Psychology Secrets. It has just been so exciting for me to read your emails and to hear what you think about my book, but also the bonus pack, which is worth $500 that I'm giving away for free when you buy the book from my website, tradinggame.com.au. And if you've already bought the book from a different source and you send me a photo of yourself holding the book so that I can use it for marketing purposes down the track to bring more people into the fold and to tell them more investing psychology secrets, I'll even send you that pack of $500 worth of different products and resources for free. So have a look at Trading Game for the specifics on that, but have a listen to what some of these readers have said. Now, Jason McIntosh is first. He's a past guest on Talking Trading, regular guest actually. He's been on many, many times. I have so much respect for the man. He says the most psychologically fit traders tend to make the most money. And Louise gives you the skills you need to succeed. Jason, I'm so excited to hear what you think. And it is wonderful because you're such an experienced trader. And that makes a world of difference to me to know that my book has made a difference to you. I've also got one from Christine Dawson. She has done my mentor program. And of course, that gives you a foot in the door to being an elite professional trader, because we do teach you every instrument over every time frame, but where it is your own trading plan. Now, Christine says, Louise Bedford's book is a breath of fresh air in an industry cluttered with noise and misinformation. Her no-nonsense approach cuts through the hype, offering practical strategies grounded in real-world experience that can boost your trading results. Whether you're looking to build wealth or preserve capital, this book provides the tools and insights you need to thrive in any market environment. Christine Dawson, you are a scientist from Victoria, but you are also a trader, and you're definitely a trader in your heart. Knowing that you've read my book, it has been fantastic to hear about your thoughts, and I'm so glad. It has just been my greatest joy to spread the word about how we can use our own mindset and our psychological fitness to improve our results. Now, I know we explore a lot of these topics on Talking Trading, and that is where a lot of my inspiration came from for Investing Psychology Secrets. And today I thought you might like to think about the byline, and I'm going to really fulfill on that byline in this episode for you. So the byline for the book is Surefire Data-Driven Strategies to Supercharge Your Trading Results. Now, if that sounds like something you're keen on, I have got a chapter here that I thought might be specific for you. Now, this is chapter 43. I have broken the chapters down into very small lengths. I prefer to have a small length chapter. I fall asleep while reading books, and I bet you're the same. So this is a way that you can easily get through the content and get to the juicy information. This is chapter 43. And it's titled, Are You Ready to Become a Full-Time Trader? Because I know you're thinking about this, and it is something that everybody has to decide for themselves, but you need to have the tools to know when you are ready. So I'm going to read this chapter for you today. And I'm going to read one of the stories that I've got in there to help you hone your subconscious for trading, and the epilogue as well. And I know you'll love it. I know last time I was on the show reading from my book, I got very emotional. It is so emotional when you're reading your own book. It is bizarre. So today I'm going to aim to give you the content so that you can directly apply it specifically into your own trading immediately. Okay, so we'll start. I didn't choose to quit my job in 1996. I got laid off. I'm not the first person this has ever happened to, but I felt as though I was. Walking out of that office block for the last time filled me with shame and guilt, as well as frustration. But I also felt a seed of hope as I pictured my life as a full-time trader. Could I do it? What would it involve? What if it didn't work out and I had to go back to a work environment that didn't nurture my higher purpose? Empty days stretched ahead with little to fill them except charts. I was forced to feel, to slow down, to acknowledge who I was and what was important to me. Looking back, it's as though there was some sort of master plan, but that's not how I felt at the time. It wasn't until much later, that I could look back and make sense of what had happened. Sometimes we just can't see the script that we're following until later. We don't see how the puzzle pieces will fit together. Sure, I went on to make a good living from the markets. I wrote 5 best-selling books, and I'm guessing this one will be 2, so soon it'll be 6. And I travelled the world helping other traders. And my husband and I became full-time parents. However, in the dark hours of day 1 as a free person, I couldn't know what lay ahead. I was ashamed of leaving my profession and I felt guilty. Had I tried hard enough to succeed in the corporate world? Before you quit your job, ask yourself a few pertinent questions. Firstly, have you honed the necessary skills to make money regardless of market conditions? If you don't know how to make money out of the markets that trend down and sideways, then you will only make money in a bull market. That is not sustainable over the long haul. It would be horrible to have to go back to work once you've made your escape. Secondly, do you have sufficient capital to continue trading should you suffer a string of losses? Can you build your capital and increase your position size based on your trading results? If you can't add to your equity, inflation will ultimately bite you. Many investors begin their full-time investing career undercapitalized and spend the first few months eating baked beans and recalling the days when money flowed freely and losses didn't matter. Number 3, can you exit a trade when it is turned against you? If not, you will eventually self-destruct. It's only a matter of time. Number 4, have you been able to bank your primary source of income for at least a year and live solely on your investing income? If not, the pressure of trading for a living when you quit your real job could adversely affect your decisions in the markets. And finally, do you have the support of your family? It's up to you to make sure your family understands your plan for the future and how it will unfold. It will mean a dramatic change for you all once you start trading full time. Now, that's just a little snippet, and I know you're going to want to read the other aspects of the book, but given that in the episode that I covered the prologue previously, I thought I'd cover the epilogue now, and you can get an idea about how it's all come together. Epilogue. It's just the beginning. I've been a trader practically all my adult life. I started when I was 20. I traded while I was single and after I married and had children. I've marked my time in the markets alongside the ages of my 2 children. My children are all grown up now. The years have passed in a flash and my babies are spreading their wings. Tall, elegant and contemplative Ramona, at 21 years old, she's finding her way in the world, pursuing her love of mathematics and physics at uni. Ambitious, enthusiastic and athletic Ash. At 17 years old, she sings with adult clarity. Self-possessed, confident and enchanting, she is ready to conquer the world. Oh my God, I think, suddenly aware of my thumping heartbeat. They're not little anymore. When did that happen? I can't place it. It seems like I looked away for just a moment and my babies were gone, just like that. The trace of their babyhood is now only evident on their sleeping faces, or when they're overcome with laughter, or when they feel vulnerable and need a hug. The soft preciousness of their early childhood was so fleeting. Their silky soft skin and wispy hair, the way their bodies would collapse into me as they fell asleep. The smell of fresh talcum powder and baby shampoo. The firsts between then and now. Of course, I'm no longer their entire world. I feel the wrench of letting them go as they move with lightning speed into adulthood. They've only ever known a mum and dad who have both been full-time parents, all because of the decision I made years ago to learn how to trade. Wasn't it yesterday when they were climbing onto my lap with a sippy cup? Nothing can prepare you for this. The days are long, but the years are short. In some ways, I think of you as one of my children, and it makes me feel a bit wistful. As a new investor or trader, you'll have so many firsts. Your first complete trading plan, your first investment, your first little loss, your first major win. Plus, down the track, as your skill as an investor grows, the first time you realize you've changed the trajectory of your family's lives because of the decision you made to trade. For more experienced investors, I hope the lessons I've shared with you in this book will help you navigate the pressures of the market. And if you're just starting out, I envy you, because this is exactly the mindset guide I would have loved as I struggled to become established in this trading game. I've seen so many of my investors begin in the market over the years, wary, nervous, wondering whether they've got what it takes. I've seen them develop their skills and their confidence, drinking in the support I can provide. I've watched them, like a mother, as they stumble, get back on their feet and continue to trade, eventually making the markets their home, nimbly changing direction when required and staying true to their trading plans. My heart swells with pride as I watch their accomplishments. I see the changes they're making in their lives. The years flash by in the blink of an eye. I don't take my role as mentor lightly. I treat it with the care and attention it deserves. Helping people excel in the markets has been the biggest passion project of my life. I'm feeling the passing of the years more keenly than ever. Are you? Isn't it about time you stopped letting the years gallop past without consciously focusing on your goals? Isn't it time you got this trading game nailed once and for all? Take what I've given you and work as hard on your personal development as you do on your trading plan. I want to see you excel in the markets. You can lean on my shoulder and tell me about the things that feel raw, the pink places that have been sandpapered by the markets. Your head, your heart, your pride, and I will understand at a deep level because I have been there. I've experienced the pain of a losing trade and the exhilaration of a winner. I know the grind of following your plan when the markets aren't cooperating. And I also know what it feels like to experience hope for a brighter future. What's your personal manifesto? Here's mine, direct from the pages of my morning journal, and you can feel free to borrow the parts that appeal to you. I create my own safety. I am my own role model. I am capable. I am bold, not mild. I confront challenges head on and reap the rewards and confidence this brings. I am not my past. Remember the prize. Remember why you're playing this crazy, irritating, rewarding, exciting, delightful trading game. Go forth loudly and boldly. Open the floodgates to your emancipation. You do yourself no favors by playing small. To waste a life full of potential, to die with your glorious gifts still firmly planted inside your body instead of expressed for the whole world to see, would be a travesty. One thing for certain, you may flounder and struggle, but you will grow. You will spread your wings and soar. You've made a choice by reading this book. If you chase success without honoring these 6 golden keys to psychological fitness, you will fail. However, if you use these keys and continue to refine your methods, success will be a foregone conclusion. Let your light shine as an investor. You never know what ripple effect this will create, not just in your life, but in the lives of those watching you from the sidelines. Gosh, this was a lot of work, make no mistake. Now, just to part with something fun, I'm going to look up the chapters that are called, in this key 6, Prime Your Mind for Success. And I have got investing lessons from Cleo the Cat, because this one's fun. This is chapter 37, Investing Lessons from Cleo the Cat. Have you ever watched a cat stalk a bird? I secretly fed my neighbour's cat, Cleo, when I was a child. She taught me some valuable lessons about trading. Cleo was a pro when it came to stalking. Sweet little Cleo sees the sparrow and immediately switches into murder mode. She isn't playing with a ball of wool anymore. No. Now she is serious. She zeroes in on her target. Every muscle is taut. She inches closer, holding a pose for minutes at a time. We are talking Zen-like patience here. Every fibre of her being is focused on taking down her prey. And finally, she pounces. The bell around her neck means that she doesn't ever succeed, but she doesn't freak out. She returns to her hidey spot and waits for the next opportunity. I remember watching Cleo work. Admittedly, after she savaged my arm, I kept my distance and spied on her from my vantage point high up in my treehouse. But what I learned from her is relevant to trading. Veterans don't rush into every opportunity. No way, they stalk it first. The exceptional trader stays loyal to what worked in the past: stealth, patience, and then speed, in that order. Sometimes, even when you're doing everything right, like me feeding Cleo, the markets can be savage and you have to know when to step back. Even more relevant, exceptional investors gauge their own skills against what is necessary to win. Rookies become overexcited about getting into, say, the 2-minute FX market. They hear how much money there is to be made and they can't wait to dive in. But of course, they quickly discover that while it's easy to get into that murky pool, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll sink. The first advice I give to anyone looking at a new market is simply to study it first. That is what the pros do. I hope you've liked those chapters from my new book, Investing Psychology Secrets. It has just been so much fun for me to bring this to the world and to see how it is impacting traders even in these very early days since releasing it. It is so exciting for me because this is where I get my kicks. This brings me joy, knowing that I'm spreading the ability, the skills, the techniques, the defatigable methods that mean that you're going to go the distance as a trader. That means all the world to me. So it has been fantastic bringing you this Talking Trading episode. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Let me know what you think of my new book. I love getting your messages. Louise@tradinggame.com.au is the easiest way to find me, via email. And definitely send me a photo of you holding my new book, because that would be fantastic. I am so grateful to you, my Talking Trading listeners. You have inspired me to be the best trader that I can be, and I hope that the people that I've introduced you to have done that for you as well. Think about who you could have as a trading buddy. Who can you refer to the show? Because that is the way that we grow. And recently, we have been judged by an external source, Listen Notes, to be in the top 1.5% of podcasts worldwide. And you know, I could not have done that if it wasn't for you. So until next week, happy trading.